Okay, today's quick tips, I'm going to go through my game settings and why I have everything as done. I'll start off on the left hand side with the controls. Now, raw mouse input is something you want to be on. Okay, now onto gameplay. You've got network smoothing factor. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's as somebody moves across your screen, you'll see them. If it's on the full all the way up here, it means you'll see them move nice and smooth. You'll move smoothly, but it's not their 100% true location. Now if you turn it all the way off, then it means you'll see that their true location, but they won't be looking as they move smoothly, and neither will you. Now I have to have mine here because I'm not sure if it's the upload speed or latency or whatever it might be, but it means that if I have it here, I move nice and smooth. People move at their closest location as possible without turning it all the way off. That's where my balance is. Now obviously play around with that a little bit, find out what your balance is, and what will work best for you without becoming annoying. Now I'll go into the video settings. Now you can see it's on custom, and most things on here, apart from mesh quality, most things are low or off. Now the reason for this is to do with input lag. Now I'll explain that in a second, but the higher your graphical settings, the more input lag you get. The lower your video settings, the less input lag you get. No matter how beast of a computer you may have, it will work the same with every computer. Now you can turn mesh quality to ultra. Okay, it takes almost no frames. Doesn't take too much of the computer power to be able to do this. But everything else you want to kind of be low or to be off. Now input lag is the time it takes for a stroke of the keyboard, for your movement of your mouse, or whichever it may be, for the time it takes for that packet of data to go through the wire, through your computer, and for you to see it on your monitor. That's input lag. Now you can never get rid of it, but you can minimize it, which means that you can move around and play a lot sharper, a lot quicker. You can react faster when things are happening. So that's always a good thing to have, is less input lag. Next thing, vertical sync. Okay, this is best turned off. Now the reason for this is this turned on means it's holding back frames to make sure what you see on your screen, you don't get any image tear or anything like that. It gives you input lag, and quite a bit of it actually. So try and turn that off if you can. Maybe lock your frames a little bit higher than what you're actually running. Like if you've got a 60 Hz monitor, lock it at maybe 65, 70 or something. I don't know. In case you do still get your image tear. The next thing is to do with your full screen resolution. Now you can see I'm running it at 1280 by 720, but for many months I used to run it at 1920 by 1080. Then I noticed professional players, the ones that compete at like LAN events and stuff, they tend to run it on like a CRT monitor sometimes, but they run it at like 800 by 600. And I wondered why, and there's a reason to it. Now I'm not too sure on the second reason, but for the first reason is by lowering your resolution, you're actually lowering your recoil. Now you're not changing the recoil pattern or anything, it's just easier to control. It's not magic, but it just makes firing people off those head glitching spots that little bit easier. Won't work miracles, but it will help. Now the second reason is apparently it also improves your hit detection. Now I'm not 100% sure on whether that's true or false or whatever, but it's worth trying out anyway. Now it does make your game look less beautiful, I guess, but you know, it depends what you want. You got to weigh up the difference between, do you want performance, do you want to go hardcore and all this kind of stuff, or do you want the game to look good? If you want the late game to look good, then this really isn't for you. But if you want that performance and everything, lower your resolution down, find what fits you, but also your hertz as well. Try and get as many hertz as you can out of your monitor. If your monitor is only a 60 hertz monitor, then you can only go at 60. But if you've got 75, 100, 120, 140, or whatever it might be, try and lock it as close as you can. And that, I believe, will be the end of this. I hope this will work for you and help you in game. It's really good for your infantry players. It's not. I don't know how this kind of thing works with armor players or jet players or whichever. But as an infantry player, this is proven to work, and I hope it works for you too. Thank you.